How's everyone doing today?
Doing good.
Good. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. Alrighty, so the first thing I always like to do is go over the comps, what's currently active in your guys' neighborhood, any kind of competition. This is really good for me to see that everything has been sold. There's not a lot of active listings. There is two, but one is pending and one is active. But I'll get into that in a minute. So this is what an appraiser is going to look at when you guys do an accepted an offer to justify the list price. So the your biggest comp is your neighbor right here. And this is good for you guys. So they got sold at $375. Now you guys are at 1,700 square foot, but you have a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, where they have a 3-bedroom, 2.5. So the first thing is always want to look at the curb appeal and the interior. So you guys have a way better interior as well.
Oh, I remember that house. They did like a whole auction on it.
Yeah.
Ew. That's
Yeah, they probably redid all of this. So I feel like we could easily list it at $390. $385 is like spot on, probably where exactly it's at. But with the only reason why I'm a little hesitant at $390 is because of this active one, but it's been sitting on the market for a month and a half. It is an investor, and they're gonna compare your guys' house to this one, and your guys' is better. All they did was do like gray LVP flooring that doesn't match even to the kitchen. These old cabinets, all they did was install like, some tile. So obviously at $390, buyers are gonna pick your guys' house over this one. But I don't want them comparing the two. That's why I get a little hesitant. It's at the same square footage, but your guys' is cosmetically way better. So I'm confident at $390. I don't know if you guys had a list price in mind.
That's about where we were hoping to be.
Cool. Awesome. And then this one is pending. This truly isn't a good comp just because it's a ranch with a 2-car garage. But just so you can kind of see, like, this one is clearly outdated as well. And I tried calling the agent to see what the contract price is because this is just the list price. She didn't answer me. I called the buyer's agent. And I'll try calling the listing agent too, but they typically never give that kind of stuff out. But so this is pending at $360, outdated. So I feel very confident at $390.
awesome.
Okay.
Cool. And then we'll go over into the paperwork. So this is all the documents that you guys will be initially signing. It's going to be repetitive. It's going to be the same stuff over and over again. This first page is the data input sheet. This is how I upload all your guys' information into the MLS for agents to see, for Zillow to get on all the third-party websites. So you'll see your address at the top. This input date is not the list date. This is just when I've inputted everything. And so we have showing times, which is nice because you guys are going to get text notifications for all showings, especially when it's owner occupied. You guys can deny it, accept it, you know exactly what the showings are. And I have full control over it. So this is like one of my listings right now that the sellers live in. And let's see, like someone didn't look into the MLS and see that we were under contract. So before my sellers even got to it, I canceled it for them. But you guys have full control over requests that come through.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. And I'll give you feedback.
Ooh.
So here's feedback. Oh, well, anyways. But yeah, it'll give you like ratings and comments from the buyers and all that good stuff. So owner occupied, please schedule through showing times. You guys are wanted to be closed by August 12th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I did mid-August is the earliest. Okay. So I did mid-August for now, and then I'll let them know over the phone if they're submitting an offer that August 12th is the earliest. This is all your legal description that I pull from tax records. You guys aren't in a noise area or a crash zone, which is good. There's only 2 areas in Virginia Beach that is, which is like Oceana and London Bridge. So, I had 385. That was when I inputted this when I first walked the property with Dominique, because I think we were right at 380. So this is all going to change to 390. Square footage, you guys are not a business ownership. Now for the list date, the pictures are for June 13th.
Yes.
Do you still want to list that following week?
I think so.
Okay, because I will have the pictures sooner. We can do that weekend, but I know you guys wanted more time. It's totally up to you.
Yeah, if we can keep the same pictures on the 13th and then list on the 21st.
Yep, perfect. All right, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, no half baths. You guys have 2-story, no fireplaces. It's not a new construction, built in 65. Here's your guys' legal owner names that show on the tax records. There's no HOA or condo associations. Your sewer and water type is all through the city. The only one in Virginia Beach that's not is like Pungo. As far as what, you guys haven't changed your water heater, so it's electric still, correct?
We did, no, so it is a change with the hot water heater was changed, and that is a gas heater.
All right, perfect. Let me go ahead and add this to my notes. So as I go through this paperwork, I'm adding notes to my notepad. And so the first thing that I have is this list price is going to change, and it's a gas water heater. And when did you?
I don't know where electric came from, because it was gas when we bought it.
Oh, it was. The tax records show. Electric still. Because when you guys bought it, it showed it. So I think the city's still pulling it.
Yeah, it's definitely gas.
Okay, cool. Well, I added that. Oh, I need this thing to move. It's my tab area. Oh, here we go. And when did you do that, Adam?
So the hot water heater got changed 2 months ago.
March 14th.
There you go, March. So
Okay.
the other one went out on us, so we just replaced it. Same series, same everything, but it's 100% gas.
Okay, awesome. And then I know that when I walked the property, you guys had, did you guys do maintenance on the HVAC?
So HVAC has been completely replaced, and the furnace was completely replaced as well.
And do you know the dates on that?
That would have been February for the furnace, February of 22.
Okay, perfect.
And then HVAC, they had to come in twice because the unit they put outside that was still under warranty went down, so they came back last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And redid the HVAC again because the one they installed was bad.
Okay, cool. So they took care of it.
Last summer was replaced for the AC.
Okay. And I had that when I was walking that with Dominique, but my iPad broke. So what I always do, so this is agent remarks. The public doesn't see this. I always add that on.
Okay.
Water heaters, that's a brand new water heater. HVAC and furnace, I mean, they're pretty close to new. Anything like below 5 years is brand new to me.
They're still under warranty as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. Good. Okay. School districts. And then I think we were down here. Disclosures. The only one is DPOR, stating that you guys are the owners and you guys will disclose anything that maybe physically will happen to the property. Like if a tree falls down on your roof, you guys just promise to be to disclose anything physical with the property, but it's not in a 55 plus. It's not in an HOA. I do need to mark though that there's pets on the property because you guys do have dogs, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's why it's so nice with the showing times because you got to take the kids or the dogs out.
Yeah.
Pet. Now I always love holding open houses for 2 hours on a Saturday. Would you guys like me to hold an open house for you? Would you be available for me to do that?
Yeah. We can get rid of the dogs.
Okay. Sorry. Will it be completely vacant? Like, will you guys have something to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can make it work.
So I either do like 10 to 2 or 12 to 2. I'll leave that up to you. Those are the best times for when people come through on Saturdays.
Okay.
And we can coordinate that like that week before so you can kind of get, that scheduled. All right, features, converted garage. I always like listing that because if people want to reconvert it, that's an option. For appliances, are you guys leaving your washer and dryer or taking it with you?
The washer and dryer will go with us.
Okay, so I did not mark that up. What I have to convey with the property is your dishwasher, disposal, the dryer hookup, which is the outlets, microwave, electric range, which is your oven and stove, refrigerator, and then the washer hookup.
Yes.
Okay. You guys don't have an HOA. You guys have a backyard fence, no pool, no water. And then this is just extra stuff. So you'll see like with the little stars, these are like the priority boxes. 4 space with a carport and a special driveway is under parking. So I did list all 3 of those for you guys. Heating is heat pump, which is what the tax records show. Central air. And your exterior is brick and vinyl.
Yes.
Okay, good. Awesome. You guys just have regular shingle roof. Your flooring is carpet. So this was from the tax records as well. Ceramic.
There's no carpet in the house.
Okay. What did you guys replace it with?
There was never carpet.
Huh. So when the tax records will pull from your guys' old listings, so this guy, but when I go to relist it, it will update.
Okay, yeah, no, when we bought it, there was no carpet.
I thought that.
Downstairs and part on our hardwood upstairs.
Okay. Because I was like questioning that. I was like, maybe there's like a room that I'm not thinking about. Okay, I'll mark that off.
That was the one thing that at least I liked was that there was no carpet.
Yes. I'm the same way. I don't want no carpet in the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially dog. No.
I have a German Shepherd, and I know you guys do too, and it's just, yeah, they shed like crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And stains, yep. Your guys' style of the house is traditional. The only other one I use is like if it's a condo or townhouse. You guys are on a slab.
Yep.
Which all my listings I do pre-inspections, especially if they're on a crawl space, because that definitely, especially in the area that we live with so much moisture in the air, requires a little bit more treatments. But it's the buyer that's going to come to your guys' house and submit an offer. The chances of them having a cash offer are unlikely. So that means that they have to get a loan, and all loans do require a clear letter. We had one with you guys when you guys used the VA loan. So I like having the pre-inspection that they'll apply it to closing. It's like a $50 inspection fee. But I always tell the agents, if you're submitting an offer, I want the seller to obtain the clear letter because we already took care of it.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of companies out there that buyers agents use, and I'm like, I don't know them. I don't trust it. You guys have 9 rooms total. And then here's the public remarks. I'll let you read it. If there's anything you want me to add, change, or if you're good with it, you just let me know. And then just let me know when you're done reading it.
So the wood flooring is not in the family room kitchen. That's all the ceramic. It's only the upstairs bedrooms that are hardwood.
Okay.
And the downstairs is tile.
Ceramic tiling downstairs.
All throughout.
the whole downstairs is ceramic tiling. It's the staircase and the upstairs are all hardwood.
Perfect. Okay. All right.
And then the upstairs bathrooms are like vinyl tiling.
Okay.
Or no, it's ceramic as well up there.
It is in the bathrooms. Okay. Now, when I walked the house with you, Dominique, there was the room that was the converted garage I couldn't walk. Because was the dogs in there or something? I think
one of the dogs.
Yeah. Is that's ceramic tiling too in there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Seller finance options, there's no seller finance options. This is sometimes for people that don't have a mortgage and they'll do owner financing. Your house is good to go for all loans. The only time you'll see where it's not approved by VA or FHA is if it's like a condo association and there's a lot of foreclosures in there. It's the only other time you'll kind of see where it's not approved, but you guys are good to go. Your taxes yearly on the records show $311, which is right here.
Yeah, that's about right.
Buyers are not going to possess the house until closing, which is what settlement means.
Okay.
And you guys are not in an auction. So that is the data input sheet. And then the next is going to be our listing agreements. So this will change to 390. We'll go live on the 21st, which is a Friday. This seller contributions, this is if you guys, we mainly kind of see this if my clients are in a pinch and they're only like walking away with like little equity, and they like can only contribute like $2,000 for the buyer's closing cost assistance. But here it's just going to be, everything's going to be up to negotiation. So to kind of like give you a perspective on where what the market's dictating right now. This listing and this one, all of these, we offered closing cost assistance. It was anywhere from like 2%. Some of them got 3%, but the condition of the house wasn't the best, so we gave them some credits. These three, the buyers did not ask for closing cost assistance, but these are like my investors that fully flip it. And I list it pretty aggressively, so we got an over asking. That's why it's like listing it. If you want to go aggressive, then you'll get multiple offers. But at the same time, it's like if I know it's going to appraise at 390, I would rather test it at 390 and see what buyers are willing to offer with their closing cost assistance versus vice versa. That makes sense.
Okay.
You guys authorize my listing firm to take pictures, advertise it to all of our RAIN members, to leave a for sale sign on your property, offer to purchase. So I don't know why they leave this here. If the seller refuses for me to talk about other offers with other agents, I think it's a very old school tactic, because I know, especially when the rates were low, when the agents are communicating to me like, hey, listen, I got this kind of offer, the buyer, if I can give an opportunity to the buyer to bring a higher offer than what you have, of course I want to disclose it because it nets my seller more.
Right.
So lockbox. So there's going to be a RAIN lockbox on your guys' front door. There's going to be a code on there that only agents that get approved showing times through you guys will get the code. So let's just say an agent is new and they're like, oh, it's for sale. We're stopping by the neighborhood. I'll just go ahead and open up the door, not knowing that there's a German Shepherd in there. It'll probably bite them. But they will not have access to the key because they didn't get permission from you guys. So it's gonna deny it.
I like that.
Yes, yeah. So I know that was like a big headache. Like back in the day, people were like, oh my gosh, like they're just showing up, like grabbing the key. They can't do that anymore.
Awesome.
Yep. Lead paint. Sorry, go ahead.
I said it would be the Yorkie that would bite.
Oh, the York. It's always the smaller dogs, right?
Always.
Lead and paint, I actually do need to correct this because it was built prior to 78. This is another thing I think that they need to remove because no one's chipping off paint anymore to eat it like they were in the 70s. And houses have been repainted so many times, but it's still a disclosure that Virginia requires sellers and agents to disclose. You guys are not in a condo association. You guys do not have a septic system. We're just running MFAS report. We're going to be scheduling that. If for any reason, like you guys knew that there was like termites or, you know, anything prior with the slab, it's saying that you'd have to disclose it. But I mean, this is a very common area with a lot of termites and moisture. So that's why I always like to get the pre-inspections. You guys are not knowledgeable if you have any liens outside of your mortgage on the property. For any reason, something did pop up as a lien that you weren't aware of, title is going to run it. But this is more stating like if you were aware. You guys aren't aware if there's going to be any commercial building around the dwelling in the neighborhood. There's not. We don't really see that around here. And you guys have not used the property to make meth or sell it.
No. No, we have not.
Yeah. I think it's never an issue here. I think I heard one agent tell me one crazy story in like Portsmouth. And they had to like tear it down because it is, I think it can like blow, I know it can like blow up. Audio recording, this was extremely a big thing too during COVID because there was a lot of virtual showings. So just be prepared that there's going to probably be a lot of out-of-state buyers or a lot of virtual tours, not due to COVID anymore so much, but a lot of people that aren't in town. So I do a lot of virtual tours for my out-of-state clients. So that's why I always say to remove any personal items, pictures of the kids, anything on the fridge that has to do with like their school, stuff like that. And then I know with your glass case, to add the note of do not touch, to add that too. So people don't mess with the glass case.
Yes, please.
And then, yeah, so that is the listing agreement. And then this is also the other listing agreement. So this is the commissions that we discussed. So my standard listing agreement is 6%, 3% to my listing firm, 3% to the buyer's agent. But I already told you guys when you first reached out to me that I'm going to give you guys 2.5 for mine. Now, Dominique, I know you and I were kind of talking briefly about the commissions on the buyer sides and how things are changing. It has not hit Hampton Roads because we are not a realtor association. Our MLS is not tied to it. But that's not to say that I'm not gonna practice what's going on in the world with this. So commissions are always up to negotiation. In fact, I've already kind of seen some buyers get aggressive with my listings, and a couple of them, not all of them, but a couple of them will reduce their purchase price or their commission to help the buyer out if they don't have enough cash to make their offer stronger. Now, this is what I always say. I mainly do all listings now. I was a heavy buyer's agent. I know the value of a buyer's agent. I would rather cut my cost and not the buyer's agent. They're making sure that all the inspections are done, that they're pre-qualified with a good lender. They're using a reputable title company. So for whatever reason, some people don't see value in buyer's agents, and it's because they had a bad experience with it. But as of right now, that is what I would recommend. If for any reason you want to change that, that is solely up to you. But like I said, I'd rather take away mine, which I did, than the buyer's agent, and then let them negotiate when the offers come in.
Okay.
And then, see, they changed this form. So typically, like, everything's up front. We don't have to worry about this because I'm not charging you guys an extra retainer fee. So there is a fee with my listing firm. So when you guys bought it, there was a $400 one with the firm I was at the time. At Prodigy, it was $400, but you guys didn't pay for it. I actually did because with the VA loans, they don't allow VA buyers to pay admin fees. But my firm here, it is a $695 fee. So ever since 2023. It's like inflation. Everything went from $400 to now like $595, $695. So it's the only two fees with the listing is the commission and then the $695 admin fee. But again, that all gets applied at closing. That just makes sure that pays for all the showing times. Our assistant reviewing all the paperwork, making sure that's legal and it's a binding contract. So those fees cover all the cost of marketing this software system, just basically everything that the firm's gonna provide to you. And that doesn't even include what I provide as far as like, the cleaning, the pictures. I post ads. So I blast it as soon, like open houses, new listing, all that stuff. But yeah, no retainment fee, just those two things. This is the military disclosure. Sorry if my voice is like a little raspy. I know I told you guys I was sick. I still am like recovering. But you guys are not in an AQ, so you guys, when I send this out, you'll see signatures for -65, and there's no crash zone. And then this is the lead. You guys don't have any knowledge if there's lead in basically the paint. Everything that I'm kind of discussing in this original listing, so there's no knowledge of it. Again, repetitive. And you guys are also promising to disclose anything to me that goes on with the transaction and the contract. You guys don't pay for flood insurance, correct?
No, we do. Yes, it was required through VA.
And how much do you pay yearly?
It wasn't much. I want to say it was.
It's under 500 a year.
Yeah,
I know.
I want to say it's like $450 a year for flood insurance.
Okay, cool. That's not bad at all. I thought the last one I just did, it was like $2,000.
Yeah, no, the flood insurance was surprisingly cheap.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Land use, we don't have to worry about that. It's kind of more in Suffolk. Septic tank. Square footage, which we already have because the tax records and all that stuff. Okay. Wire transfer fraud right now is a very, very big thing right now. As sellers, you guys don't really have to deal with wiring any money because you're going to be receiving it. But I know right now that if for any reason, if someone reaches out to you, that is not me, and they act like they're affiliated with me and they're like, hey, you guys got to pay this in order to keep the contract going, it's a scam.
Okay.
So if it doesn't come from you, don't.
If it doesn't come from me, always text it and call it to me. If for any reason there's one person that's going to reach out to you, which they won't, because I'm hoping that this is the only time I'm going to get sick this year, is my TC Joy. But you'll know for a fact. I'll give you guys a heads up. But yeah, if it's not from me, then it's a scam.
Okay.
So this is all of Rain's documents. This is all the legal paperwork that Rain and the MLS requires for our listing to go live. Everything now is going to be my firm's documents that my broker requires all clients to sign, sellers and buyers. So this is just preparing your home for photography. So like some agents don't really kind of do the extra step or mile that I do, like, the cleaning, the prepping, because the cleaning, running out of time, no. And having a good photographer. So you guys don't have to worry about this. This is my broker's affiliated disclosure. So he has part ownership with this title company. I actually don't use them. I use Kaplan and Fortis. You guys closed with Kaplan Law Group. You guys can use whoever you want. If you do decide to use Priority, we're just disclosing to you that my broker does get compensated for that.
Okay.
But you guys can use whatever title company you want. This is an instant offer addendum. So this is for people, if their house doesn't sell, that my broker is willing to give you a cash offer. The cash offers are not at market value. So if you want to keep it as an option, I can put does wish to receive it or does not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If it
No,
doesn't
listen.
sell for what we're asking for, we'll just pull it and put it up for rent.
Yeah, no. So I do a lot of cash offers with my investors, but these are houses that won't pass financing. They need like $80,000 repairs. So it is like a nice addendum that he does add to it for those kind of houses when we get presented, listings. But yeah, I typically always just say no. Seller information disclosure. So this is mainly for like buyers. We always recommend home inspection. We don't have to worry about that. But for section 3, seller's responsibilities and day of closing, making sure that you guys have all your utilities set to be transferred and closed out, but not until you guys sign the paperwork, because if they do final walkthrough and if, let's just say, a toilet's not fixing or not working, we have to delay closing by a day or two. We need the utilities on so they can test things at final walkthrough.
Okay.
Making sure all of your personal items are removed. There is a lot of people that will only move the things that they want and they'll leave trash behind. So like like with my buyers, I will take care of the cleaning like I do for my listings. But a lot of people don't. So that's why they're like, make sure that it's all, doesn't need to be deep cleaned, but just no personal trash left behind.
Right.
Disclosures of relationships with real estate providers. I don't have any affiliates. So if I did, then I would disclose it, but you'll see right here that my broker does own 60% of priority title. And Res Home Services, which does all of the repairs for the listings. I use my own contractor. They're a good backup to have, but because I flip so many houses, I've got great deals on with my contractors. And then there's that brokerage fee I was talking about. And then we are affiliated with OVM, but you guys are not pulling out a loan. And they have ownership in this warranty company, but you're not buying, so you wouldn't need a home warranty. And then this DPOR form is actually supposed to be up there with the rain contract. You guys are promising that you will disclose anything and all things that happen the moment it lists and during the contract. So sometimes it's like someone loses their job and the loan fails, or they're, something physically happened to the property and something broke, stuff like that. Something that happens that will stop the transaction from going.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and actually move this up here. And then I have all my notes to change everything. Did you guys have any questions for me?
Um,
Go ahead.
oh, would we possibly be able to get like a breakdown if the house did sell at like 390 per
I've already done the math. I'll talk to you afterwards.
Yeah. So as offers come in, and let's just say hypothetically we get like 3, what I do is I go in here and I'll break down everything. And if the buyer's asking for closing cost assistance, so let's say that one offer is asking for 1%, one's asking for 2%. So if you do like 390 times 2%, I'll add it in here, seller paid closing cost. So at 2%, I'll do 7,800. And then I will go to your guys' settlement closing fee. Rule of thumb is it's for seller's title fees for it to get transferred is 1%. So that's around like $3,900. I'm gonna say 35, just to put in there. So like it will give you like a breakdown, like once I have like,
Okay.
yeah. And then the only thing I don't have in my notes is what your guys' mortgage payoff was, because I think when I asked you guys, you didn't have the exact amount, but I can calculate everything as the offers are coming in so you can see line by line.
Okay.
Yep. And then I always, and it is never this much, but I'm a very conservative person. If there's like home inspection repairs, I always budget for $5,000. It's never going to be $5,000. And if it is, I always know it when I walk the property, but I always add in like a little buffer in there because we don't know what's going to come back on the home inspection. And this is just for any house, but realistically, it's probably just going to be, a couple things here and there that you guys could probably do yourselves. But on a lot of home inspections, if they request repairs, a lot of them put down that they have to be a licensed contractor.
Okay.
Okay.
But repairs are negotiable too. So they ask for 5 things. You guys can say, no, we'll do 1, 2, and 3, but cross off 4 and 5, Sadie.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I will submit this with the offer so you guys can see it. You guys have any other questions?
I don't at the moment.
Okay. And
oh,
sorry, go ahead.
are you going to be there but when they take the pictures of the house?
Yes. So Justin
Okay.
is our in-house photographer. He does all of my listings. If it's like sometimes like far out, like in Hampton or like, you know, deep Suffolk, he'll just go for me and drop off the sign in my lockbox, but I'll be there at your guys' house for the pictures.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then what's nice is once he gives me the pictures, I order this box that will go with the sign. And then I mail all of these out to your neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can text me.
Okay.
It's a really nice touch.
It was a nice touch.
So, I'm gonna update all the notes that I took, and the only thing now is just have an open house scheduled time for that following Saturday, so the day after we go live. And for me to send you the updated paperwork, but other than that, we're rocking and rolling. We're kind of almost there at the finish line before we go live.
Awesome.
Okay.
And I just sent you the total payoff amount.
Oh, perfect. I got it. Okay. Yep. So I'll add that. So when offers come in, I'm going to include that. Because the only other fees that I won't have until offers come in is what the buyer's closing costs are asking for. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put that right here. And then whatever the offers are, if we get one at 385, if we get one at 395, this is where the whole breakdown will give you.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, you guys have my number. If there is any other questions as you're reviewing the paperwork, or if there's like, oh, actually, can you update this? It takes me 2 seconds. I have no issue doing that.
All right.
Or if there's like, oh, we actually want to leave, like, actually, my last sellers, they said, yes, leave my washer and dryer, but we want to take, they had like this custom bookshelf. And the day before we went live and I already submitted all the paperwork, they're like, wait, we need our washer and dryer, but we don't want the bookcase. It took me like 2 minutes to update it. So like, it's not a bother if there's something you guys want to change
Okay.
All right then.
when we market it. Yep.
Awesome.
Awesome, guys. Well, I'm excited.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're-
That's it. Thanks.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let me know if you need anything and I will text you, Dominique, when everything's in your guys' email to sign.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Talk soon.